Here's my card.
Bruce, this is Harvey Dent.
Rachel's told me everything about you.
I certainly hope not. You once told me that we'd be together. Did you mean it?
Bruce, don't make me your only hope for normal life.
You're Alfred, right?
That's right, sir.
Any psychotic ex-boyfriends I should be aware of?
Oh, you have no idea.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're tonight's entertainment. Well, hello, beautiful. You look nervous.
I've seen now what it has to become to stop men like him.
The night is darkest just before the dawn. I promise you, the dawn is coming.
And here we go. This city deserves a better class of criminal. I'm gonna give it to him. No! You'll see. I'll show you.
Why so serious? Yes. I want to know why that quote is so memorable from the Dark Knight movie, which I will be reviewing. Please comment below and give me an explanation. And I will do my review after this message.
The adventure continues. Now, Batman, the serial.
Who's this?
And nothing can slow him down. Nothing can stop him from bringing it to you. It's here. A smashing taste. A honey and flavor power of your complete breakfast. Batman, cereal.
This is Chip Cod Roach, and yes, I'm sure there's a lot of questions. Why am I reviewing The Dark Knight? Because it's been all over social media, so I finally said that that's it. I've had enough. I'm going to review it. People comment, this is my favorite movie of all time. This was the best Joker of all time. Blah, blah, blah. I was asking for an explanation and never got one. So now can I ask for one on here? Can you explain why this is everybody's favorite Joker? I would just like to know. Just a simple explanation would be terrific. And I did not get one. All I did was ask. And I asked nicely, believe it or not. So anyways, yes, I am reviewing The Dark Knight that came out in 2008. And I am proud to say that I did not see this movie in the movie theater. I watched it with friends. And they gave a standing ovation every time the Joker was on the screen. And I left. And I'm glad that I watched this movie by myself. Now then, yes, the first time I watched this movie, when I actually watched it, I was by myself. I bought the 3 movies, 3 for $5 at FYE. Yes, I had to rebuy it for $7 because I gave them away. So, anyways, I did actually watch this movie beginning to end a few times today. I'm not going to say why until I actually give the review. But I will obviously give the grade at the end of the show. So the story here, now that I can finally get into that after my rant, this movie came out in 2008. This was definitely the garbage era for sure. There were a few good movies in 2008, but unfortunately The Dark Knight pretty much stole the show. This had a $185 million budget, and it made over $1 billion. That is impressive, whether you like this movie or not. This was the #1 movie that year, but like I said, there was a lot of garbage pail movies that came out. Well, there were some good ones. Jumper came out. I actually sort of enjoyed that. 21 came out. But then you got into Journey of the Center of the Earth. That was disappointing. I believe Pineapple Express came out that year. Tropic Thunder, I didn't like that much. Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. That was disappointing. There was a couple others too. Oh, here's a doozy. Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants 2. You gotta see that.
You will. I have it.
Crap. Alright, well, I guess I'll be watching that one. So anyway, so getting back to 2008 here. Oh yes, that's right. Cinderella Story, that was another one. Oh, and Twilight. Yeah, we're definitely getting into that. This is definitely getting into the bottom of the barrel here. So, yes, that's 2008. And I'm sure I'm missing a bunch. So, moving on. So, this is the Dark Knight story here. This is starring Christian Bale. Not one of my favorite actors, but he was in The Big Short. I liked him in that. He played a socially awkward character in that movie, and he played it well. So, yes, he does have acting ability. He was a very good Bruce Wayne in this movie. Batman, on the other hand, I thought he was kind of annoying. You can comment on that as well. I'm sure I'm going to take some flack for it. I'm ready for all the beatings. Just go after me. Let's see. Oh, yes, of course. Heath Ledger is the Joker. We all know. He was in, we know him from 10 Things I Hate About You. You saw that. I know you saw that. And
I own it. I've never actually seen it,
he
though.
was in A Knight's Tale, and this is where I think people really like his character. I think all the superhero and Reddit nerds go nuts because they forget that he was in The Patriot. Jeremy Johns mentioned that he was from Knight's Tale and he didn't know how he would do with his character. Well, I think the problem is people that read comic books didn't see The Patriot. The only way they would understand The Patriot is if it's in some type of musical form on Broadway or some other show like Hamilton, because that's the only way they can understand what anything to do with the Revolutionary War or any type of serious war movie is. And, oh, Stimpy's playing and he agrees with me. So, oh yes, and Heath Ledger was also in Brokeback Mountain, so there's another drama that he was in. Comic book people would really be terrified if they saw that movie. So, I think people forgot that he was in that. So that's... So then, okay, so we got Heath Ledger taken care of, I think. A guy who I actually really liked in this movie was Aaron Eckhart. He played Harvey Dent, or Two-Face. And this Two-Face was really well done, better than Schumacher's Two-Face from Batman Forever, which was played by Tommy Lee Jones. And something I would like to say is that wasn't Tommy Lee Jones' fault. That was the writers, producers, and directors that messed that up. That had nothing to do with Tommy Lee Jones. But
Off topic.
thank you. Well, Aaron Eckhart's part was written really well, and he did carry it out. That's what I was trying to get at. And then Michael Caine played Alfred. He did a really good job in this movie, and he was very... It's said that his opinion was that he outdid Jack Nicholson. I think this was his way of selling the movie. I don't necessarily believe him with that. I can't believe he actually said that. Because the thing that people get mixed up is this was a very different Joker than Jack Nicholson's Joker in the 1989 movie. And the same thing with Cesar Romero in the 60s Batman. That was a very different Joker. There's a lot to get to here. There was a very different Joker than this one. And that's writing. I don't think people really understand that. I'm giving a lesson here. And it'll probably get ignored, but that's okay. So, what was her name again? And Maggie Gyllenhaal is in this, and she is, Jake Gyllenhaal's sister. And She played Rachel in this. She had a love thing with Bruce Wayne at one time, but she was with Harvey Dent for most of this movie because he is the DA in this movie. And then we also have Lucius Fox, which is played by Morgan Freeman. He shouldn't need an introduction. Okay. The Morgan Freeman lesson. We all know him from Glory, Hard Rain. You watched Hard Rain. No, no, and no. The Bucket List, Shawshank Redemption, Now You See Me 2, just to name a few. Lean on Me was a big one. And we all know Morgan Freeman also from, Driving Miss Daisy, and then Olympus Has Fallen, London Has Fallen, and is it called Angel Has Fallen? Okay, Angel Has Fallen. I've only seen the first one, which is Olympus. And then we do have one more actor I'm going to introduce, which is, it's important. Gary Oldman, who once again shouldn't need an introduction, but he was in JFK, Air Force One.
I have never heard of him before in my life, so.
Darkness Falls, The Fifth Element. And then, of course, there is Michael Caine, who plays Alfred, and I liked him in The Muppet Christmas Carol. Yes, I did have to mention that. I do apologize. He was a very good Alfred. And of course, this was directed by Christopher Nolan. He directed Interstellar. You never heard of that? And some movie called Tenet. So the story here pretty much is the Joker. Nobody really knows anything about him. So I guess in this one, there's no fingerprints or anything. He just kind of comes out of nowhere. Which apparently for some people made him scary. I didn't find him scary at all. Because I guess, the Jack Nicholson Joker was more funny, and the Cesar Romero one was also funny. This one was not. Yes, he had the laugh, but he didn't really do any of the gags. I guess people like that, so I guess they liked the fun being taken out of what made him the Joker. I would have liked to see some exploding pies, maybe a little flower that had something coming out of it. There wasn't any of that. So this was a very different Joker. So apparently nobody really took the clown seriously at the beginning. Batman was mostly, he really wanted to get rid of the mob, and the Joker was actually the bigger problem. They just didn't know it yet. So I will actually show the first clip first, and then I will get into the story that way. Because there's a lot going on in this movie. I do like there's also the business side of Wayne Enterprises, which is shown up a couple times in this movie. I do like that kind of stuff. I actually like how they're showing his business and how he's become, how he gets all his money, instead of just showing it, I guess. And I will show the first clip in just a second.
As soon as we loaded the cash.
No. I killed the bus driver.
Bus driver? What bus driver? School's out. Time to go. Kid's not getting up, is he? That's a lot of money. What happened to the rest of the guys?
Stranger.
So this is the opening scene here with the Joker robbing the mob-owned bank. So obviously the mob is going to be kind of taking a back seat to this wonderful clown. This is the opening scene, of course, like I said. And this got people's attention. It did not get mine. I thought this was an interesting scene here during the bank robbery scene. I did like how he did take all the money, but no, I did not give him a standing ovation after this part. I thought it was just okay. But he took his mask off and revealed that he was the Joker, and then of course he put that little grenade in that guy's mouth. Well, I guess at the bank, I guess he got more than a lollipop. So that banker is obviously killed off. So the rest of this movie, Harvey Dent is kind of the Joker calls him the White Knight. He's kind of taking Batman's place because Batman is maybe looking to retire and not wanting to do this anymore. So Harvey Dent, who we'll meet later, is kind of stepping in Gotham to take his place. He's trying to clean up the city, and we'll find out what happens later on. So I will show the next clip of Batman with Commissioner Gordon, and they got the picture of this maybe Ringling brother from the circus. So I will show that clip in just a second after I have Alexa turn off the lights.
Him again. Where are the others?
Another bunch of small times.
Some of them are bills I gave you.
The detectives have been looking drug buys with them for weeks. Spank was another drug to the mob, at least 5. You found the bulk of the dirty cash?
Time to move in.
Have to hit all that simultaneously. SWAT team, backup. What about this Joker guy?
One man or the entire mob. He can wait.
When the new DA hears about this, he'll want in.
Do you trust him?
It's hard to keep him out. Here is this.
This is Commissioner Gordon, played by Gary Oldman, and this is Christian Bale playing Batman, and he's explaining what do you think of this clown, and then he said, well, let's take care of the mob because that's a lot more people, and then we'll take care of this Ringling brother at some later time. So yes, they just don't realize how dangerous this unfunny Joker clown really is. So I will show Harvey Dent in the next scene here. Something I would like to add is this movie does... I understand that it's people's favorite movie of all time, and I would like to ask the audience why that is, because I'm finding it to be very slow, and I caught myself nodding my head up and down watching this movie with my wonderful sweet tarts. So now I will show the...
You were eating candy?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, I wanted to try to enjoy it. I wanted to have the so-called movie experience. I'm sorry it didn't quite go as planned. Maybe Christopher Nolan should have excited me a little bit more, but he did not. So I will go to the next clip before I get yelled at. So I will have Alexa turn off the lights again. Alexa, turn off all the lights.
Okay. What are you?
Ready to step up?
Harvey, I know these briefs backwards.
Fair's fair. I'll take it. I'll take all yours.
Hey, yeah, you want to flip a coin to see who leads?
Oh, there's nothing cool here.
Okay, so this is Harvey Dent. This is the guy that unfortunately took a back seat to the Joker. And this is actually my favorite character in this movie. I thought, yes, he is. Harvey Dent played a great part in this movie. He did a great job as the DA, and he does a really nice job as Two-Face, even though they don't show him a whole lot. So, I mean, people say they love this movie, but yet they don't talk about Aaron Eckhart. So I think they're just going along with the crowd, and they're just doing what they're told, and somebody's got their hand up, so I guess a question is coming up. So, yes. So, I mean, people, like I said, people say they love it, but they never mention Two-Face at all. Now, Aaron Eckhart's part here, I am going to add, he had to play a really good guy, and then he had to turn into, what would you call him at the end of the movie?
A douchebag?
There you go. I wanted to use.
It's very easy to do that, though. Just make somebody mad enough. You do it to me all the time.
Yeah, but it's very hard to do two characters like that, where the Joker played pretty much the same part the whole movie. So, and yes, and Christian Bale does play. Like I said, I think he plays a very impressive Bruce Wayne. And then we'll go into his business side in the next clip. I'm not going to show a lot of clips here in case somebody hasn't seen the movie, or if they actually want to pay attention to it and not go along with what their friends say, or Reddit for that matter. So I will show the next clip here.
Powerhouse. Well, Mr. Lau, I speak for the rest of the board and Mr. Wayne in expressing our own excitement.
I know that Mr. Wayne is curious about how his trust fund gets replenished, but frankly, this is embarrassing.
You worry about the diligence, Mr. Reese. I'll worry about it personally.
So this is the business meeting about the trust fund. Oh, hey look! Bruce Wayne, Christian Bale sleeping. He must have been reading the script. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that part out loud. So I can't help it. Yes, I'm not. I hate to admit, I did actually fall asleep during the first my first attempt at watching this today. There were 3 of them. So I will show the next clip here of the. They actually show the mob, so we will show more criminals coming right up. So maybe there'll be more excitement, so I can stay awake during the next clip. But we'll find out. You might catch me taking a little snooze.
How's this? As you're all aware, one of our deposits was stolen. A relatively small amount, 68 million.
Who's stupid enough to steal from us?
Two-bit whack job, wears a cheap purple suit and makeup. You're not the problem to nobody.
I'm planning to seize you. Everyone's money would be at stake.
Would stop it getting to you.
I go to Hong Kong, far from dense jurisdiction. And the Chinese will not extradite one of their own.
How soon can you move the money?
I already have. For obvious reasons, I couldn't wait for your permission. Rest assured, your money is safe.
I thought my jokes were bad.
Give me one reason why I shouldn't have my boy here pull your head off.
How about a magic trick? I'm gonna make this pencil disappear. Ta-da! It's...
So here's the part here with the mob. And yes, everybody's just knowing that all their money is safe. And then, yes, the Joker does pop into this scene after. And again, I know Heath Ledger is playing this part as well as he can. It's written for him. And there really aren't any magic tricks. He has a little knife that he slams on the table. Whoop-de-doo.
It was a pencil.
Oh, I'm sorry, a pencil. I lost track. I was trying to see if it would be something exciting, and it was just a number 2 pencil. Probably stole it from some kid's SAT test. So, yeah, so this is the Joker. Yes, once again, no pies or flowers on his jacket or anything like that. But he does have the purple attire, which at least is there and intact. So, I will show the next clip of Harvey Dent meeting Batman right by the bat signal with Commissioner Gordon, and they'll be discussing that the guy that went to Hong Kong. I'll bring that up right now after Alexa turns off the lights.
Lau's halfway to Hong Kong. You'd have asked. I could have taken his passport. I told you to keep me in the loop.
All that was left in the vaults were marked bills. They knew we were coming. As soon as your office got involved...
My office? You're sitting down there with scum like Wirtz and Ramirez and you're talking... Oh yeah, Gordon. I almost had your rookie cold on a racketeering beat.
Don't try and cloud the fact that clearly Maroni's got people in your office, Dent.
We need Lau back. The Chinese won't extradite a national under any circumstances.
If I get him to you, can you get him to talk?
I'll get him to sing.
We're going after the mob's life savings. Things will get ugly.
I knew the risk.
South Korean smugglers. They're on flights into Pyongyang below radar low way. You figured an alibi?
Oh, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the all and boring supposed Batcave. I don't know. Honestly, that just kind of took the fun out of it. You can see the army tank looking Batmobile in the background, and I don't know what the deal is with this Batcave, but he's getting all his equipment from Lucius Fox, and Alfred is there, and Michael Caine is probably saying, "Oh my, this is a very boring Batcave." So I don't know if this is the new trend now, is these superhero movies are now towards the boring side, or if this is generation boring, or what it is, because no. At least the 89 Batman movie had a Batcave, or is that a problem for a few of the Reddit people that they like the no fun in movies, no gadgets, no jokes? There is absolutely no humor in this whatsoever. It's boring. So I will show the next clip. I guess this is going to be one of the Joker gags. It's not a bad one, but it's not, it doesn't really make me laugh. It's not really surprising. People thought that they were shocked by Heath Ledger's performance. I just think it's all right. I will show the next clip in just a second. I just got to make sure everybody's ready.
So, dead? That's 500.
How about alive?
You want to know? Look at these scars. My father was a drinker. He turns to me and he says, "Why so serious?" He comes at me with a knife. "Why so serious?"
Well, here we go. So they think the Joker's dead, so they open up the body bag. I don't know. I thought this scene was pretty predictable. And then, of course, we had to show the part in the famous quote for whatever reason. I would still like to know why. This is where he says, "Why so serious?" And then he decides to, I guess, stab him in the mouth. And according to the wonderful, boring critic Chris Stuckman, he said that the whole entire theater gave a round of applause when he stabbed him in the mouth with a knife. I don't get it, but I guess this is what people cheer for now in a theater. I've seen this before in other movies. I guess I'm just not impressed. So I will show the next clip here where the Joker decides to crash a party. So I will show you that in just a couple seconds.
We made it. Stay in. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment.
Well, this is Harvey Dent's party that is being crashed. Yes, by the Joker. There was some other stuff that did follow this, but I don't want to give too much away, just in case there are people that have not seen this. Question: Oh, you had your hand up. Okay, somebody did not see it. So I am only going to show one more clip, and we are going to see Harvey Dent as Two-Face. And I will show you that in just a second.
You and Rachel were being abducted. I was sitting in Gordon's cage. No, I didn't read those charges.
Young man, your plan.
Do I really look like chasing dollars? I wouldn't know what to do with one if the cops have plans.
Well, I found my hat. This is the final clip. And as you can see, this is Harvey Dent is now officially Two-Face. I have to say the Two-Face job was actually pretty cool. It actually looks pretty realistic. So, and this is the Joker dressed up as a nurse. So I guess this is kind of the most you're going to get out of the pranking out of the Joker. So, yes, Harvey Dent now has no more moral principles. So now this is, like I said, the last clip I'm showing. So now,
what happened, and why does he not have these principles no more?
Well, because the Joker kind of, he kind of went through with his plan. He knew it was going to happen. He took something that meant a lot to Harvey Dent, and he now became very angry and very vengeful. And that is what the Joker wanted. He wanted to take a nice guy, a guy who was doing really good, take something away from him, and now just turn him into a monster. So, yeah, he did his job. So that's why. So, now he became Two-Face because he did get burned in a fire. That's as far as I'm going to go, because you're going to have to see this movie for yourself. So now I will get to my actual review here, my actual grade.
This should be fun.
So, oh boy, as you just gave it away. So, I mean, this is considered one of the best movies of all time, and then people also think it's the best superhero movie of all time. I guess the question is, where do I put it? Do I think it's either of those things? Okay, so I guess the question is, what do I think of this? Do I put this with the best superhero movie or best movie of all time? Not even close. I honestly, I do think Heath Ledger did the best of his ability as doing the Joker written for him. That's what it was. This was the producers writing the role. He carried it out. Same thing with Jack Nicholson in 1989 and Cesar Romero in the 1960s. They were all different, like I've explained before.
And yet you keep going back to continue.
I have to, because people don't understand. So, and I believe Christian Bale did his best as well. But if I actually had to give this a grade, there were no gadgets. I fell asleep, and I watched this 3 times today. So that tells me everything. I watched Mask of the Phantasm more than I actually watched this movie. So obviously that's how I have to grade this. So if I do have to give this movie a grade, that I'm actually going to give it a C+. So yes, I am actually giving this a C+. I'm expecting a lot of backlash coming at me full force, but at least it's only going to be at me. So, well, my friend Sean, what does he think of this? He found the Captain Planet villains more exciting than the Joker and Two-Face.
Huh?
His name is Luton Plunder. And I actually found the Ninja Turtles villains more exciting than these guys. And that's the cartoon with Shredder and Krang. Yes, I did find Shredder and Krang much more funny. But I know it was supposed to be more of a serious movie, but did it all have to be serious? No, they could have put something funny in there. I did not applaud when I saw the Joker. I did not think I saw something special after I saw this movie. To me, it was just another superhero movie. It's fine. Do I recommend it to people? Yeah, at least check it out because a lot of people like it. Just watch it by yourself, and I know it has a PG-13 rating. I guess for kids, maybe keep an eye on it because for some strange reasons, adults were afraid of this Joker. So, it's true. It's silly and it's goofy, but it's true. A lot of my friends were actually afraid of this character. So, I guess parents beware. To me, it's goofy, but I have to throw it out there. Maybe I'm missing something. So if I am, please comment below. So I'll leave it at that. Comment. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I won't lose any subscribers.